I mean, define discipleship. We just did that, right? With Jesus template. So let's just go back to Jesus template. Can you go make disciples? Can you go digitally? Yes. Can you make disciples digitally? I believe so. Here's why. Because when Jesus broke it down into those elements, can we do this digitally? Okay. Of all nations, yeah, way easier to do digitally than physically. So score, 1 point for digital right there. All right. Baptizing. And this is where people always get stuck. Baptizing, first step of obedience. There is a physicality involved, sure, right? But that is, you can mediate that, you can broadcast that, you can express that with digital tools like crazy. Most, even the people that say, oh, you got to be on site, physical only people will broadcast their baptism, take pictures of their baptism with digital cameras, show it up on iMags, live stream it, do all of those things. Why? Because digital is the layer that makes it better anyway and allows it to be more public than what would normally be enclosed within only the people in the room or only the people around the river. Digital can actually make that small physical expression, which we're all, let me get this straight. We all have physical bodies. I have a physical body right now, and it's being broadcast digitally, right? Does that mean that this conversation or that what I'm saying isn't valid? No, I'm saying this, right? You're seeing it. Okay, fine. Baptism, same thing, right? So if discipleship is defined by Jesus in the Great Commission, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we can do that. We can broadcast that digitally. Teaching. Can we teach digitally? Well, ask any. Yes, of course. That's all you see most of the time. We can teach digitally. Okay. In fact, we can teach digitally in ways that aren't just broadcasts of what a physical person can do. In fact, one could argue that you can teach with just text. Ask the Apostle Paul. He did it a long, long time ago, right? In fact, long time before that, God did it when he wrote the tablets, 10 commandments. He was trying to teach through text long, long time ago, right? So that's nothing new. We can do the same thing. There's lots of different expressions how we can digitally teach. Teach them to obey. How do you check obedience? Well, you could learn a lot about somebody from just their social media feed, right? And people would argue, oh, well, people can be fake online. Okay, people can be fake in person too. And that argument isn't anything new either, particularly when they criticize the Apostle Paul because his letters are fiery, but he's unimpressive in person. Well, that sounds a lot like a digital minister to me because that's how a lot of us roll. So anyway, teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you, and I am with you always to the end of the age. Do you think that God is with us in digital space? Do you think that God is limited by physical locality? Do you think that God is limited by time? No, of course not. He's not limited by any of those things. So Jesus is with us. We can obey. We can encourage others to obey everything he's commanded us. And we can broadcast the baptism. I think we can be a part of this community together. What else is there? We can do this digitally. Now, are there aspects of this that might feel a little bit more human, more caring, all these other things? Sure. But we can get creative too. And that creativity goes both ways. So let's get that done.